Are you ready? I was looking for extra income, and in long term, I was trying to figure out something to do whenever I retired from my regular job. And a friend of mine went to a lot of these arts and crafts shows, and he was saying, said there's always people, packing around a lot of photos and paintings and stuff, but there's no frames or anything. So I decided to make picture frames. So I started trying to gather up a little wood from one place or another, maybe an old fence or a few boards off of even an outhouse, anything. And started making some frames in the shop, and I thought they were great. And my wife Margaret hated them. They weren't much. When you first start doing something, it's kind of like you think it's good, but it's basically a prototype of what's going to be. Took some frames that I thought were, pretty nice, and I guess they weren't terrible, but started doing a arts and crafts show, and just couldn't get rid of them. So I got the bright idea. I thought, well, people don't know really what a rustic frame can do for a particular, like a wildlife or whatever type photo. So anyway, I got some old, pretty cheap photos, poster prints and type. I started putting those in the frames, and I actually started selling some stuff after that. And then I could sell some empty frames along with stuff that I had put in the frames. Make frames usually during the winter months, and then go to shows during the summer. Eventually, you've got photographers and artists that say, hey, the guy's selling stuff over there in those frames. Maybe my photos or my paintings would look good in something like that. And so anyway, after a while, started to actually frame for artists and photographers and such. I would say probably 3 or 4 years before I got any real interest. I like the fact that I can walk out my door and walk down to my shop and make $30 an hour. That's what I really enjoyed. It was so nice to do that. You know what a nice fit that is? I thought about getting somebody to help me build the frames, and then I always thought, well, it's more of an art thing than it is just a production, trying to manufacture something. It's mine. It's my, basically almost like, it's a craft, it's an art, and to have somebody else involved, it's not mine anymore. So I've just kind of kept it small. But it's been a good business for me, and made a lot of extra income, more than I ever expected. And I think at this point, maybe when I retire, I'll just do more fishing.